You are tuning in to special VADA 26 convention coverage. I'm Dan Carrigan for VADA Live, taking a well-deserved, amazing coffee break with Joe St. John here. And Joe, appreciate you stopping by. You've been a regular on VADA Live, back at the convention this year. I'm going to try to remember your title from memory, Director of Corporate Finance at Oaks Automotive Group.
Yeah.
Now, you always seem to have a travel story to get here, and I love the fact that we can remember it was a World Cup 2026. Now you have Team USA jersey on. So I guess the question is, how you feeling today?
Bro,
what was it like to get to the convention?
Here's the thing. Getting here, last year I drove in a Sprinter van full of children. This year, due to summer camp schedules, I flew in and out. Flying in, there's a lot of electrical storms, pretty wild, but I made it here late last night, ready to rock and roll. I got a big day planned. I'm super excited it's World Cup because it means I can wear a jersey around and nobody thinks, like, who is that guy and why is he wearing a jersey? Everyone's like, oh, he's loving Team USA. It's also the 250th anniversary of this incredible country. And so anytime I can walk around in a bright red and white striped display of patriotism and pride, I'm very happy to do it.
Will you wear the jersey to all your conventions this summer? Or how does VADA stand out? Is that one of the reasons?
I bought 2 jerseys and I rotate them every day. Every day I rotate. I got the navy blue with the stars, I got the red and the white stripes, and I'm just rotating.
Amazing. You do this a lot. You travel often.
True.
What stands out with VADA? I can say past experiences, but also this year too. Is this something you mark your calendar? What do you look forward to at VADA? What are you seeing this year?
Yeah, a couple things. First off, Virginia's full of awesome dealers, man. There is like tough, gritty operators. There is cutting edge operators. There are people in this state that know how to run good dealerships. There's also a ton of advocacy inside of VADA, so it is an environment that's unbelievably favorable towards dealers. I actually helped a friend of mine, Mike Lutzke, who just closed on Lucky Mazda of Woodbridge, go through their buy-sell. And it's interesting that one of the things that the former dealer said is, hey, listen, Virginia is a great place for dealers. The state is very favorable to dealers. They take good care of them. You're going to love being a dealer in Virginia. And I think a lot of that is attributed, in my opinion, to the work that VADA does. Right? You have a great set of leaders that understand our business. They understand what it means. And I'm unbelievably happy anytime I get to come to Virginia and be around car dealers. The other thing I love about this conference, really 2 other things. One is what happens in that room is people telling the real. I don't feel like this is a conference that I ever have to kind of pull any punches. It's like people want to hear what's actually happening out there, what great dealers are doing, what the struggle points are. They're looking to solve problems. They're looking to grow their operations. They're looking to make their dealerships better. And I love how much I learned sitting in that room. I mean, I was down here early this morning sitting in on sessions, hearing about what's happening in the trade wars and economics and things that I want to know as someone who works in automotive retail. And then third, man, I love how like family friendly and awesome this event is. Last year was my kids were so bummed out that they weren't coming to VADA with me. They're like, is there going to be an Oktoberfest? And I was like, guys, because I have kids in summer camp this week and last week. Like, I was like, hey, look, you guys got to stay home. Like, we're going to go to the pool. We're not going to VADA. And I think that for most of us that have spent the vast majority of our adult lives working in automotive retail, dealerships are a family, bro. Like, I spend so much time. My wife meets me at the dealership with the kids sometimes just to go to lunch. Like, it is a business that I think is that, like, I don't know, cornerstone of like small market capitalism in America that makes it so beautiful. It is the like Main Street story, and I think that there's something about the way that VADA celebrates that and brings people and their families together. I mean, last year my kids swimming in the pool, you know, basically I come down and I see somebody I've known forever from, a big like reinsurance and actuarial company in the pool. I'm like, what's up, dude? He's like, what? I was like, sorry, my kids. I was like, those are your kids? And like, it's really, I don't know, man. I think there's something really beautiful about it.
It's an amazing convention. I can say I've been here with me my second or third year and so welcomed by this entire industry. And we mention education often when it comes to the convention especially, but there's the opportunity to learn at any level, and that's what's amazing to me, and it's the willingness of everybody here. If you want to talk and learn something about what they do in auto, 9 times out of 10, I'll say 10 times out of 10, they're willing to help and educate you. And it's, to that education point, Joe, when you sat down to put your presentation together for VADA this year, what was your thought process? What were you thinking you want to get across to dealers that's important to them this year?
Man, that is a really good question. So 2 things. First off, like what you learn in this place is insane.
Yeah.
I mean, I literally just had a conversation with a like world-renowned dealer who's, if I said their name, you'd be like, oh my God, talking about like a economics book that was written in 2014, right? About like basically the interplay between global superpowers.
Yeah.
Like, and it's, you have conversations like that, which is incredible. For me, for my presentation this year, I'm doing something pretty radically different. If I'm being really transparent, I would say I'm a little more insecure about my presentation this year than I am typically. Wow. And that's because I've put a lot into the words that I'm going to say on that stage, and I think that they really matter. And for me, my presentation this year is all about really what I'm calling the indifference tax. It's the drain on dealership, like financial health created by the chaotic environment that we've just allowed to reign on our showrooms and in our service departments. And it's created a world in which basically only the heroes survive because you have to be a hero to survive in that level of chaos. And I think with margin compressing the way that the economists were just talking about in there, and that I'm seeing on the front lines at a dealership, and you know the real external forces battles that dealers are going to be facing in the in the upcoming years to come, I think really stepping back and reflecting on how can we address the core foundational challenges of running an automotive retail dealership in Main Street, USA in 2026, and how do we move from a model that is unicorn dependent where we're just praying that if we can hire the right person, they're going to solve everything, into a model that's sustainable and healthy and repeatable and generates real return. I saw a video of David Spizak the other day, who I'm a huge fan of. I think the guy speaks so much truth. And he's talking about really elevating the standard inside of our operations. And at Oaks Auto Group, and that's our theme for 2026, is raise the standard. And I think that raising the standard doesn't have to mean like raising the anxiety or raising the pressure. Sure. I think it means really raising the standard of how you operate. And my presentation today is all about, I think, what that looks like and how you can effectively do that as a dealer. And so if you're going to be in my session, it will be a little less of me cracking one-liners and jokes and walking around telling stories, and more of me, I think, telling some real critical stories that matter about the difference between what it is and what it could be.
Sure.
And how we get to that place on a day-by-day basis, running and operating dealerships in America.
So maybe one final question. By the way, I've been hearing from Joe St. John with Oaks Auto, recurring guest on VADA Live and at the convention. So bear with me on this question, where I walked into the convention, or I'm here at the convention, but I walked into the main showroom in a presentation, and I heard a conversation noted from a speaker about a discussion yesterday that was described as epic. And you had mentioned that it's an area, a place of candor where that is welcome. Can you talk to me a little bit about that? Because you could easily put together a presentation and say, okay, I want to play it safe here, but it very much is the environment of being open, transparent, and that just fosters forward-looking. Let's talk about some tough things. Let's really lean into some discussions here. Why do you think that's important to contribute to that and have that at a convention?
It's why I love coming to VADA. Bro, I got a briefcase full of really good canned presentations I can go smash with, right? I know my material. I know, and I'm like, oh, bro, let's pull this one out of the bag. They're going to love it. And at this convention, I don't feel a need to play it safe for, like, the cheers. I feel like people actually want to talk about how do we get better as an industry. And I feel almost like an obligation to the dealers of Virginia and to Don Hall and to, the team that puts this on, to you, to everyone, to come bring the newest, freshest things that are like on my heart into this space. And I think it's why you have people commenting about it being epic, right? Like, when I'm here, I don't miss sessions because I want to hear what that economist is going to say about what's happening, and I want to be a couple of steps in front of it before it becomes something that I'm having to respond or react to. And so I think that this place, and to be honest, I think a lot of that is because the leadership that Don really models for everybody. Yeah. Like, Don ain't scared to say his mind. You know what I'm saying? And so, what I said I love about Don is Don will get out there and say the real that I think a lot of us are thinking, but sometimes we're, a little reticent to, go put our name behind. And Don's like, no, I will stand up and fight for dealers. And I'm like, thank you, Don. Like, thank you so much. And I think that because of that, everyone else that shows up to this shows up going, you know what, like, I'm going to say what I'm going to say. Like, I'll throw those pieces out there and let people go, okay, man, like my hope, my objective is that when I get off stage, people go, man, thank God he said that out loud, because I've been thinking that for a while. Thank goodness that he sequenced it in a way that I feel like there's a couple of things I can start doing tomorrow to go address that. And I would say that intent for me is shared with everyone I hear speaking, because every time I hear them rap, it's either I know something that's now I didn't know that's really valuable to me, or I've got an idea of something I can take back to the dealership tomorrow and, on Friday morning have a meeting on and we can get something rolling.
Can we talk World Cup for a second? Any other teams you're watching other than Team USA or fan bases?
Listen, bro.
It's Scotland, you go to Boston, Miami, time and spot. No, we'll talk about this now. We'll have this forever about our hot takes on World Cup. I will stop talking now.
I'm wearing my Big Mac jersey because I've been following the World Cup since I was in college. I played soccer in high school. I also played football. I wrestled. I did everything. But I love the pressure and the just relentlessness of the U.S. team right now. Like, I don't know how far we're going to go. But, bro, we look better than the, Donovan era. I feel like we look really, really good right now. There's some other teams I really love. I mean, I'm in Kansas City, so I have a bunch of friends that were at that first, Argentina game where Messi hat-tricked. There's some all-time, this is a World Cup that's full of Cinderella stories, right? Let's talk about, Curacao. There's some, countries in there that basically are the size of, I don't know, Stillwater, Oklahoma, and they're a country playing in the World Cup. And Scotland's been really fun. It's been really cool being in Kansas City because we've got games happening at Arrowhead. So where our GMC dealership is a handful of blocks. It's walking distance from the Fan Expo. Yep. So we're on Main Street with a GMC store, and all day, every day, you see people everyone's in Argentina jerseys and outfits and flags and so you see it happening, and I think for a couple things. One, as an American, I think we needed this. It brought us together. I think we needed, there's more American flags outside of houses in my neighborhood than I've ever seen before. Yeah. And I think it's the 250, and I think it's the World Cup, and I love to see that. I also love, to see us show up and put out, and people be like, oh, you gotta take, and I also love all the talking from all the, other countries, America, it makes me really, and I love the Australia game, because they were mad. Australia was out for blood, and they were out for blood for, I think, pretty good reasons. We had, subtly said some things that they took serious offense to, because we're American and we may be brash and whatever. But I loved how our team showed up in a game playing an opponent that was out for blood and held it together, got up to a lead, and were able to hang on to that lead, which is hard. And I've loved it. So, obviously, you have some other teams. I have other teams that I've loved forever, mainly because we never had a good team. This year, they're all on the back burner, and I'm like, go USA. I would just start chanting right now. So, who's your teams? Who's your teams there?
USA, and I have to say Scotland won me over due to just the amazing fan base, the engagement. That's something where I personally don't follow soccer closely, but I do have good memories of watching the World Cup in college with friends, and it brings all that back. But the passion of the fan base, it's just, oh my gosh, this is a global event, and I think it's amazing to see everybody's perspectives. Even, ranch dressing is trending right now. There's just a lot of fun things.
People getting stopped at TSA, flying back to Germany with a duffel bag full of ranch. I have a hat that's got a slice of pizza jumping into ranch because the Tulsa Drillers, my hometown AAA baseball team, changed their name to the Tulsa Ranch Dippers for a period, and so it makes me super happy.
That is amazing. You've been grabbing coffee with Joe St. John, Oaks Auto Group, with the amazing team here gathered at the VADA convention. We thank you for watching VADA Live. I'm Dan Carrigan. I'm going to have more coffee. We'll see you next time.